announcing the arrival of World Travelers Toastmasters Club number 079679339.
We have proven that we do not have to be in the same room to be united, to encourage each other, to succeed, and to celebrate together.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and namaste. Welcome everyone from all around the world to World Travelers Flight. This is Tamami Nagayama from Japan, your crew surgeon at arms. Tonight we are visiting the Gabby's Toastmasters Club in Bengaluru city, southern part of India. Our journey is to make sure that we follow the mission of the Toastmasters Club, which is to provide mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. Please be advised that we are recording this journey, so please turn on your camera if you're okay and put your sweet smiles along the journey. Also, remember to mute yourself when you're not speaking. Now, please fasten your seatbelt. As we are ready to take off, please help me welcome our President of World Travelers Toastmasters Club, Joseph Skoda, DTM Past District 33 Director, to give the opening address to welcome everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tamami. It's exciting, even though we might have started a minute or two late. Our video is important that we show that. It's one of the things that took a lot of effort and time to put together. And we've all been doing this for a long time. Sometimes technical issues arise, but that's okay as long as our alarm clocks work. Me being in California, sometimes Hawaii, sometimes I have to get up at 3 or 4 in the morning to make these meetings. It's very interesting. And sometimes the alarm doesn't go off. But it happens. But I'm so grateful for all of you here, even you, Nancy. Glad that you showed up, Nancy, all the way from Canada. So it's pretty exciting how we people from all walks of life, and we're building bridges, and we're getting to know each other's cultures and where we're from. And I'm in California now. If you've ever been to the United States, we probably have 50 different cultures in our country alone because it's so big. But anyways, we're going to have fun today because that's what we do. We bring people together. We have fun. We look at Ram. We ignore him. It's just the things we do in the club. And don't worry about it. Used to it. So whatever it is, make sure you keep that smile on. We are being recorded, so mind your P's and Q's, as we call it, and we're going to have a great time. So please help me welcome, well, the three Gabbys, of course, but please help me welcome our Toastmaster of the day, of the evening, of the afternoon, Miss, all the way from the Philippines, Phebe Pendon.
Yay! Are you ready to travel the world this evening, particularly in India? So what are the benefits of traveling the world? Can you name one benefit of traveling the world?
New foods.
Good
Yeah,
food.
new culture.
Yeah.
New culture. What
Making
else?
new friends.
Meeting new friends.
Adventure.
Adventure. There are so many things that we benefit from traveling. I really enjoy traveling. This is one of the favorite pastimes of mine. I have traveled almost 40 years in my life, and I have learned a lot. Traveling makes us more mentally and physically healthy. I believe so. I'm a psychologist, I'm a nurse, and I really experience mental well-being and physical well-being in traveling. And I'm sure our very own president of World Toastmasters Club agree with me, him being the doctor of psychology and has gone around the world. Let's keep traveling. Traveling improves our communication skills. This is where we learn to listen well, especially on the way words are pronounced. That's what we did earlier tonight. And we are learning from each other, especially that we are learning various languages, even in just interpreting some words. Traveling can expand our horizon. That's what we heard earlier with our video clip to begin with. It also makes us more mindful of other people. It makes us extend ourselves, not just look at ourselves, but we are able to understand other people's values and culture. In essence, it expands our understanding of other people's culture. Traveling can also help us make memorable memories. I'm sure you have done that, creating memories. And oftentimes here, now and then, we hear people saying it's better to create memories than to build buildings or build treasures or wealth, but build more memories with our loved ones and friends. So here we are in World Travelers Club. We are visiting various places. Tonight, we are very privileged to visit India with our friends from Gabbys. I've learned tonight that it's a conglomeration of 3 Toastmasters Club. So when we listen to each other in traveling, we are able to forget our own troubles in life, of our problems. Whatever we have that pulls us down would be lifted up when we are traveling and able to meet other people. We are here to mingle with each other, even just by looking at each other in the computer or virtually. But more so, we experience the fun of traveling when we are able to visit each other and meet each other in person. So tonight, we are privileged to have with us everyone in this small photo of ours in our computers. And it's important that we also have met our Sergeant at Arms, Tomami Nagayama, our very own president, the World Travelers Toastmasters Club, Joseph Escoda. I'm Phebe Pendon. I'm your Toastmaster of the day from the Philippines. And tonight we are meeting our fellow Toastmasters and friends from the Gabbys. As I've said, I've learned that they are composed of 3 Toastmasters Club. May I call on our grammarian, DTM Joseph Escoda, to tell us the role of the grammarian.
Thank you so much. It's very interesting how a lot of different clubs, the role of grammarian is different. Sometimes they put the odd counter grammarian with it, the word of the day person with it, but in this club, it's just the grammarian. It's funny because the word of the day, we're going to try to use smoothie as the word of the day because it's a tough one. And we can do that with some of our names, trying to figure that out. But my job as the grammarian is not the word of the day. It's not counting the uhs or ums. It's counting those filler words. It's listening for those you knows. It's listening for those so's. It's listening for those and repeated words. So I'm going to do my best. And it's always a challenge in these clubs because we all have a different background and our English is a little bit different. I'm going to do my best to listen for those filler words and report it to our general evaluator sometime towards the end of the meeting. So back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, President Skoda. Joseph, thank you very much for giving us such energy this evening. I may now call on our counter, Toastmaster Jihan Wickramasinghe. I don't know if I pronounced well. Sorry. May I call on Toastmaster Jihan?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. And
Thank-
good evening, good morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters and guests. As our counter for today's meeting, I will listen and make a note of unnecessary words and sounds used by all the speakers and role players of today's meeting. I will report regarding filler words, inappropriate interjections, then the use of crutch words, then about repetitive words or phrases, then unintentional long or short phrases. I will present my report during the general evaluation session. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jihan. Thank you for watching our this evening. We now move on to our timer. It is important for us to be able to keep watch of our time. Our distinguished Toastmaster, Ada, tell us how we're going to use our time this evening.
Thank you, Phebe. As a timer, I have to time each of the parts of the meeting. And to do it, I will use some tools. I will use my screen to alert all the speakers about the time. For example, for the table topic master, the speech will be between 1 minute and 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will share the green screen. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will share the yellow, and at 2 minutes, I will share the red. I hope we will spend a marvelous time. Back to you, dear Phebe. Thanks.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Ada. Time is very precious. It's like gold. Once we lost it, we cannot retrieve it. So be conscious of our time this evening. We now get ourselves ready for our tour with distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Thank you very much for giving us a tour of the city. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Phebe. I am going to share my screen now to take you across Bangalore. But before that, I want to give a little bit of a perspective about this city. So Bangalore is probably one of the most populous cities across the world. If you're from India, people know about Bangalore. I think it's the third most populous city, second or third most populous city after Mumbai and Delhi. So they know about Delhi because Delhi is the capital of India, and then Mumbai because that's where all the money is made. And then Bangalore, from where all the IT engineers come, right? So if you meet any software engineer in your country, then the first question they ask them, okay, so are you from Bangalore? Okay, so now I'm going to take you to that city, Bangalore, which I've heard about a lot. And people think that Bangalore is all about computers, and it is the startup capital of India. Bangalore has the maximum number of startups in India. It's a hub of innovation. But today I'm going to show you some of the aspects of Bangalore, which is not very well known to all of you, but some of you would probably know that. But it's always good to revisit the cities with the lens of someone else. So with this, let me share my screen. Let me know when you can see it.
Yes.
You can see my screen, right?
Yes. Wow. Yes.
Let me quickly. So there's music and there's video. So I'm not going to talk anything. It's all going to be, you can just read on the screen. And if there are any questions after that, any specific things that intrigues you, I'm always there to take that question.
ಲೋಕವೇ ಒಂದಾಗುವ ಸಂಗಮ ಭೇದವೇ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಹಿರಿತನ ಲೋಕವೇ ಒಂದಾಗುವ ಸಂಗಮ ಭೇದವೇ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಹಿರಿತನ ನಾಳಿನ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಇದುವೇ ನಾಳಿನ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಇದುವೇ ನಾಳಿನ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಇದುವೇ ನಾಳಿನ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಇದು ನೋಡು ಲೋಕವೇ ಒಂದಾಗುವ ಸಂಗಮ ಭೇದವೇ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಹಿರಿತನ ಲೋಕವೇ ಒಂದಾಗುವ ಸಂಗಮ ಭೇದವೇ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಹಿರಿತನ ನಾಳಿನ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಇದುವೇ ನಾಳಿನ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಇದುವೇ ನಾಳಿನ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಇದುವೇ ನಾಳಿನ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಇದು ನೋಡು पाया जो भी तेरे हाथ है आसमां के चादर तले पाया जो भी तेरे हाथ है आसमां के चादर तले समेटे खुद में चले सदा तेरे लिए देता तू ही है बनाता तू ही है बनते जो हम थे सब तेरी दुआ ಕನಸಲ್ಲ
the day, prepare for the challenge. Been waiting so long, together we're stronger, aim for the goal. Get ready to fight, we never give up, no. Been waiting so long, together we're stronger than ever before.
ನಾವು ಬೀಳಲ್ಲ ತಲೆ ಬಾಗ್ಸಲ್ಲ ಮುನ್ನುಗ್ಗಿ ಆಡ್ತೀವಿ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗಿ ಸೇರಿ ನಾವು ಕೊನೆವರೆಗೂ ಹೋರಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಸೋಯಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂದೆ ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ ಎದೆ ತಟ್ಟಿ ನಿಲ್ತೀವಿ ಇದು ರೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ನಮ್ಮೆದುರಿಗೆ ನಿಂತಾರೆ
Cause now it's game on, oh yeah yeah. They're never gonna break us down. If it all goes crashing down tonight, I'll meet you on the other side. Cause now it's game on, oh yeah yeah. They're never gonna take our crown. If it all goes crashing down tonight, my team's already by my side.
That's me and my daughter. So that's Bangalore for you. And I know you didn't understand the language of the music, but as we know that music, it's behind languages and behind borders and nations, right? So I'm pretty sure you would have loved the tune even if you didn't understand the lyrics. It's totally okay. If you have any questions, anyone particularly who have never been to Bangalore, I'm sure you made the note of all the pubs. That's the most important information. So that was there right up there. Because that's what most people come to Bangalore for. There is a place in Bangalore that I couldn't cover because of too many slides already. There's called Church Street. There are some, I know, countless numbers of, I think in that particular area, there's some around 500 eateries, various kind of cuisine, right from Oriental to American to anything that you want across the world. From across the world, you'll find cuisine there. That's a must-visit place, apart from some of the pubs and all that. Bangalore has got microbreweries. It has got pubs and bars of various themes all across the city. There are various kind of food that you can have if you are a foodie. And there's a lot of things that you can do which are very different from each other. So it's not like one typical kind of thing, like you can make clay pottery, or you can, as I said, there's a museum entirely on music. So you can go there if you're someone who's interested in music and learn the history of music, how it all started and all that. And even there are places where you can go and experience things around the aerospace. There are various museums and aeroplanes and for the aviation industry and so on. So there's a wide variety of interests that it caters to, and that is why. So why did the name change from Bangalore to Bengaluru? Because Bengaluru is a Kannada word, and that is what we wanted the name to be, something that's from our own language. I know Bangalore was easy to pronounce, but that's what we felt is more. So many of the Indian cities have changed their names, like Bombay became Mumbai, Madras became Chennai, Calcutta became Kolkata, and around the same time, Bangalore also became Bengaluru. So we are kind of getting back to the roots of it. Why is Bangalore a costly city as compared to other major cities? Probably because people in Bangalore earn more than people in other Indian cities. That could be the most reasonable explanation, because it's all a demand-supply game. I'm an exception. I earn less, but yeah, most of the people in Bangalore earn more than me. Lakshmi, you agree, right? Yeah, so see, there you go. Okay, so okay, Mumbai is more expensive. Yeah, that's an interesting debate we can go on. What is the best food there? So if you're in South India, then you can probably try South Indian food. That's when in Bangalore, food is called Uta. So in local language. So if you're having, if you prefer South Indian food, idli, which are nothing but rice pancakes, it's considered to be the second most healthiest food in the breakfast in the world. Don't ask me what's the healthiest breakfast option. I don't remember, but I've read somewhere it's the second most healthiest option, breakfast option. So idli is something that you should definitely try, and various types of dosa. In fact, you would see roadside food stalls, street food, which serve 99 varieties of dosa. So dosa is nothing but think of it like a pancake kind of a thing that you have in other parts of the world, but with different kind of stuffings. It can be anything from cheese to potato to whatnot. So that's pretty much about Bangalore. So thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm in Bangalore since 2009. I am originally from a city called Kolkata. And the city has given me everything. It has given me hope. It has given me challenges. It has given me good friends. It has given me relationships for life. It has given me the strength. And I think everyone has the same story about Bangalore anymore. Everyone who's sitting here who are from Bangalore has a similar kind of a story. And I guess that's how it is for all of us, whichever city we move on and make it our home. So I'm not originally from Bangalore, but still, like, anything around Bangalore, I can connect with it very strongly. The only regret is I'm still picking up the local language, Kannada, and that's my biggest challenge. And one of my resolutions for 2024 is to learn that language. So thank you. That's my time. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Wow. Thank you so much for that amazing tour that you have given us this evening. Indeed, it's beautiful. I heard a lot about India. I have friends in India, and I wish I had that chance to visit India. So much to see, so much to enjoy, so much to create memories. Thank you very much for sharing. Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav, do you agree with me? Let's give him a big, big hand. Thank you very much for the pleasure of watching and listening to the music and enjoying very briefly the overview of Bengaluru. Thank you. Now, are you ready to move on and listen more of the speeches from our friends in various places? We have 4 speakers. We call on our first speaker, prepared speaker, Andy Halilintar, and may I call on the evaluator to please share with us the details of the speech. Lakshmi, Sujata, or you want me? Okay, are you? Thank you.
So very good evening to all the lovely Toastmasters from around the globe who has joined this meeting today. And it truly feels special to be attending an international platform meeting, I must say. I already feel like I'm in US and in Singapore just by attending this meeting. So with this, let me first call out the purpose statement of the project that our speaker 1 is going to attempt. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce or review basic presentation software strategies for creating and using slides. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate his or her understanding of how to use presentation software, including the creation of slides and incorporating technology into a speech. So this is project level 3 in the presentation in dynamic leadership project, pathway. So I would like to wish the target speaker all the very best, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much. We now call on our prepared speaker number 1, Andy Halilintar. Take it away. Let's give her a big, big hand.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Phoebe. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, we can hear you.
Give me a moment, something's wrong. Just give me 2 minutes.
It happens. It's okay.
The speech title of Speaker Andy is Benefits of Exercising. When we travel, we do a lot of exercise. We do a lot of walking. And we know the benefits of walking. So many benefits. It improves our vascular system, the peripheral circulation and all that. So we can't wait to hear from Toastmaster Andy when he is ready to speak. Or would you like us to call on the second speaker if you're not ready yet? Maybe we can call on our speaker number 2 for now. We have our second prepared speaker, Toastmaster Shelpa, ready. May I call on our evaluator to share with us the details of the speech project.
Certainly. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Oh, distinguished Toastmaster for us. You're here.
I
Thank
am.
you.
I had to skip a party on the beach to be here with all of you wonderful people.
Wow, thank you.
Right. So Toastmaster Shilpa is embarking on her speaking journey today with her icebreaker. The purpose of the speech of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to all of us and to learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timer, please note, it's 4 to 6 minutes. And I wish Toastmaster Shilpa Reddy all the very best in her quest to find the public speaker within her, which I am sure she already knows. I wish you all the very best, and back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you for the inspiration to our speaker, Shelpa. Thank you very much. Take it away, Toastmaster Shelpa Reddy.
Very good evening. So how many of you think I can sing? Raise your hands.
Yay.
I see more hands. Impressive. But trust me, if there is something that I say a clear no to, if someone asks me to sing, no, I can't sing. To be completely frank, dear Toastmasters, deep inside, I really want to sing, but I can't. And I'm sure you all have something in your life where you want to do something, but you're not able to, right? Keep thinking about it. We will come back to this point later, right? Introducing myself, introducing Shilpa. Well, who is Shilpa? Shilpa is an ex-corporate, a risk taker, and an entrepreneur who is trying her luck in soft skills industry. She loves to ride bikes, enjoys solo traveling, and she finds therapy, cooking as a therapy. She owns a pet dog named Rowdy. Everyone in Gabby's knows about this because I joined Gabby's before my child was born, and I gave this introduction several times. What they don't know is my journey as a new mother. So to speak about my motherhood today, motherhood is beautiful for me, but it is also overwhelming. Motherhood is a bliss, you all know, but it is so tiring, my God. Motherhood, I'm sure I understand, is nature, but it is also a choice. Strangely, for me, what I have realized being a new mother is more to do with myself than my baby. See, becoming a mother is quite transformative for me. It brings immense joy and at the same time, immense challenges. Before my child was born, I had a clear sense of who I was. Very clear. I was dedicated to my career. I had hobbies that I enjoyed. I felt confident and comfortable in my routines. But the moment I held my baby for the first time, I realized that everything is going to change. And did it change? We will see that. In the early days of motherhood, you all know, you have an idea. So I was busy with sleepless nights, endless diaper changes, and constant feeding cycles. It became my new normal. In the midst of all this, I began to lose sight of who I was before. My identity felt entirely consumed with my new role of motherhood. Weeks passed by, and after a few months, I struggled to find balance between being a mother and being myself. I completely agree. There were pure moments of joy, when my baby first smiled. But at the same time, I also had moments of frustration and self-doubt. It was during that time that I realized I need to reconnect with myself deeply. So the journey to rediscover myself began with small steps. I started taking out time for activities that I find joy and peace, even if it is for a few minutes in a day. I went out of the house. I networked with new mothers and shared similar thoughts. That is when I restarted my music classes. Believe me, the truth remains the same. I still can't sing, but there is hope. Well, I also started painting, which I left a few years back. And I started reading books, and I also set up a new company. I don't miss myself anymore, as I slowly began to embrace my new identity. What I understood that being a mother didn't mean losing myself, but rather expanding who I really was. So, dear friends, I'm very proud to say that I finished Presentation Mastery Pathway, which indeed helped me to be more vocal and expressive to my daughter. I hope the new path that I enrolled today, which is effective coaching, would help me with self-coaching first, and then also for being the best coach to my daughter first, and the rest will continue. So in conclusion, I am so glad I got this opportunity, and I would like to take this opportunity to highlight the importance of rediscovering oneself. It is a continuous journey, especially in life-changing moments like motherhood, etc. And each step of your journey brings new insights and strengths. I believe that we all should embrace these moments of rediscovery, as they not only enrich our lives, but also the lives of our dear ones. So if you are lost in this busy world, in the journey of life, handling so many things, so many responsibilities, take a pause. Take a pause. If there is something that you want to do in your lives that you always want to do, which connects with yourself, which will help you rediscover yourself, this is the time. This is the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shelby, for sharing with us your life. That's so precious for us to embrace this evening. How precious it is to know the person, not just from the external beauty, but the inner beauty, for having been able to manage your own self at the same time being a mother. Thank you very much for sharing that precious self of yours. We now move on to our second speaker, who used to be number one, our Toastmaster, Andy Halilintar.
Hello, everyone.
You've
Apologies for the technical difficulties previously, but it's all good now.
That's okay.
Right. So let me just share my screen. Right. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And in this presentation, I would like to talk about the benefits of exercising presented by the one and only Andy Farhan, but you can call me Andy. See, when I was a kid, I loved exercising. I would usually run around my neighborhood or cycle my way up to the mountains just to venture into the jungle and admiring untouched nature. The thrill and sense of adventure never quite down, even until now. Even when I was struggling to catch my breath, there was something so euphoric about exercising. Now, we all know that engaging in sports, engaging in physical activities and exercise makes us healthy. It's common sense. And we've been taught this from a young age, but it made me wonder, why? Why is it that being covered in sweat, experiencing discomfort, and pushing ourselves physically is essential to our health? So I started researching. So I started reflecting on my experiences with physical activities and sports, and eventually I got it. Turns out, exercise isn't about losing weight or building muscle. Instead, it's a holistic experience that impacts our mind, our body, and our soul. Let's take a closer look at each one of them. So the first, we have the mind. When we engage in physical activities, our bodies release endorphins, often referred to as feel-good hormones. These endorphins interact with our receptors in our brain, reducing our perception of pain and triggering a positive feeling of happiness, of euphoria. This is what many refer to as the runner's high, a sense of well-being and euphoria. Along with that, exercise helps you with mental health. For example, take a look at this study by the Lancet Psychiatry in this peer-reviewed medical journal. It is found that an average person has 3.4 poor mental health days per month. But these are people who are not exercising. Among those who exercise, the number of poor mental health days drops by more than 40%. In the end, it is clear that exercise may change the way our brain functions, which could account for the decrease in depression or anxiety as it lowers our stress and emotional concerns. Next, to our body. There are different types of exercises, but in this speech, I will focus on mainly two: aerobic exercises and muscle strengthening exercises. Aerobic exercise speeds up your heart rate, which is important for many bodily functions. It gives you heart and lungs a workout and increases endurance. Coupled with a healthy diet, it can also help you, on the second one, reduce weight. An activity as easy as walking up the flight of stairs again and again, or even jogging, running around your residence, is something that anyone can do, and it is an aerobic exercise as well. At first, it may be challenging when you first started. However, over the long term, you will notice that your stamina increased and your fatigue reduced. Some of the other benefits of aerobic exercises include lower blood pressure, body fat, blood sugar levels, and even reduced inflammation. While aerobic exercise helps with reducing weight, muscle mass plays a crucial role too. The more muscle mass you have, the faster your body is able to burn calories. Hence, muscle strengthening comes into play. As we age, we lose more muscle mass. With strength training, we are able to build it back. Regular strength training helps us to feel more confident, even carrying your regular groceries, gardening, and lifting heavier objects in your daily life much, much, much easier. Strength training not only makes you muscular, but it also stimulates bone growth, reduces blood sugar, and reduces pain in the lower back and joints. Next, we have the soul. An often overlooked benefit of exercising is how it impacts our social well-being. Take a look at this diagram that I've made, for example. First, you participate in groups for sports or fitness classes, and it fosters a sense of community and belonging. It provides an opportunity to meet new people, build relationships, and develop a support network, thus helping you networking with other people. Even for me, I met my friends because of the gym. I saw this guy at the gym. He was this big buff guy, and he's willing to help me out, and he's willing to teach me how to be healthier. Hence, that motivation and sense of support gives drive to better myself. As we all know, social interaction is vital for our mental health, and that camaraderie that I've found in shared physical activities is incredibly fulfilling, and on top of that, it gives you that runner's high. For children and adolescents, exercise plays a crucial role in their development. It helps build strong bones and muscles, improves coordination and balance, and supports healthy growth. I remember back when I was in middle school and I was playing soccer with my friends, and every time I played it, I can feel myself getting stronger, getting faster. I can feel my kick getting better. I can feel the balls that I made goals with a lot more than I were before. And now for older adults, exercise is equally important as it can alleviate symptoms of chronic conditions such as arthritis and osteoporosis, improving the quality of life. Engaging in regular physical activity also keeps up the mind to be sharp, reducing the risk of cognitive decline and diseases such as Alzheimer's. Now, as much as sports and exercises help us tremendously in our daily life and in our life, and despite all the well-documented benefits, not many people is exercising regularly. And this is a significant problem in our society as sedentary lifestyles have become the norm, with long hours spent sitting at desks or even couches. This is alarming. And the rise of digital entertainment doesn't even stop that. It continues and continues and continues to make us even more sedentary. And the demands of modern life have made it easy to neglect physical activity. This lack of exercise is contributing to a growing epidemic of obesity, chronic diseases, and mental health issues. With more than 80% of adolescents and 27% of adults do not meet the recommended levels of physical activity. So ladies and gentlemen, as I close this presentation, the next time you find yourself questioning why you should lace up those running shoes or head to the gym, remember that exercise is just a means to an end. It's not just a means to an end. It is a journey that enriches our lives in countless ways. It's more than just physical health. It's about enhancing our mental health as well. It's about building social connections. It's about fostering a sense of accomplishment and joy. And let's embrace the discomfort, the sweat, and the effort that we are investing in a healthier, happier future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Andy, for reminding us to do our exercises. Just imagine 27% of adults and 80% of adolescents don't comply with the World Health Organization in terms of exercises, but we know for sure the benefits of exercise that improves our mental health, physical health, and of course, majority of the benefits would really help improve our cardiovascular and respiratory fitness. That's important for us to live our lives to the fullest. Thank you very much. We may now call on our third speaker, Toastmaster Freddie. And may I call on our evaluator, speech evaluator, Kathy? Those distinguished Toastmasters.
Bindu from Gabby's, yes.
Hi, Bindu. Sorry, Bindu. Thank you very much for coming up. And please share with us the details of the speech.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. I love the concept of World Travelers Toastmasters Club. Personally, I would say that I'm a club, let's say, I just love touring, virtual touring other clubs all over the world. And this is yet one more opportunity I'm sure I'm going to cherish. Now, today's speaker, who I'll be evaluating, Freddie, he is doing his dynamic leadership pathway. This is going to be his level 1, second speech. And it is basically all about understanding speech craft and giving a well-delivered speech that can be on any topic. It can be inspirational, entertaining, or it can be educational as well. So I'm looking forward to my speaker, Freddie's speech. Back to you, Phoebe.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Pendon. And thank you for sharing with us the details of the speech of Toastmaster Freddie's. We are excited to hear what you're going to share with us this evening. Take it away, and let's give a big, big hand to our speaker, Freddie.
Thank you, Bindu.
And remember to use the word networking.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's an honor to stand before you today, not just as Toastmaster, but as a global citizen. We gather here from diverse backgrounds, representing a multitude of cultures, language, and traditions. Tonight, I want to share a story that embodies the spirit of international acceptance and understanding, a story that reminds us of the beauty in the differences and the strength in our unity. A few years ago, I had the incredible opportunity to travel to a small village in China. My mission was simple: to teach English and immerse myself in local culture. Little did I know, this journey could teach me far more than I could ever impart to my students. Upon my arrival, I was greeted with warm smiles and the traditional Chinese greeting of Ni Hao. The village elder, Mr. Li, welcomed me with open arms, despite the language barrier that stood between us. His gestures and expression convey a sense of hospitality and respect that transcends words. The warmth in his eyes and the sincerity in his smile made me feel at home instantly, even though I was 1,000 miles away from my own country. During my stay, I lived with a host family, the Wangs. They spoke little English, and my Mandarin was okay, but far from perfect. Yet in our daily interactions, we discovered an universal language, the language of kindness, patience, and curiosity. I remember my first instinct vividly. Mrs. Wang showed me around how to properly appreciate a traditional tea ceremony. Her patience and laughter turning what could be an awkward situation for me to a more genuine connection. One evening, as we sat around the dinner table, Mrs. Wang brought out a dish I had never seen before: stinky tofu. Its strong smell and unique textures were intimidating, to say the least. Sensing my hesitation, Mr. Wang laughed heartily and demonstrated how to eat it with a bit of soya sauce and chili, and encouraged me to take a bite. With some anxiety, I followed his lead. The taste was an acquired one, but in that moment, surrounded by Wang's family laughter and encouragement, I found a profound connection. It wasn't the food itself, you see, but the willingness to embrace the unfamiliar and to step out of my comfort zone and meet them halfway in their world. Another poignant occasion was a serene afternoon where I was teaching and networking a group of children how to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. As their voices filled the room, I noticed Mr. Lee standing in the door, listened intently. After a lesson, he approached me in a broken English, sharing a memory from his childhood, a time where American teachers stationed near his village sing the very same song. In that instant, I realized that the music, much like kindness, has no border. It bridges gaps, heals wounds, remember us of our humanity. Mr. Lee's eyes glistened with tears as he recalled about his times. And I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the chance to be part of this exchange. I also learned our differences, not just cultural or linguistics, but also be seen in how the way we view the world. During a festival celebrating the Lunar New Year, I witnessed a dragon dance for the first time. The vibrant colors, the rhythm of the drums, and the sheer energy of the performance left me in awe. Mr. Wang explained the significance of the dragon, a symbol of power and good fortune. This was a spark of contrast to my own culture and celebration, and yet I found parallel in joy and communal spirit in the festival back home in Singapore. Ladies and gentlemen, my story in China is one, but a good example of countless opportunity we have to embrace and understand each other. In our increasingly interconnected world, it's easy to focus on differences that set us apart. But it is our common experience, our story of acceptance, our act of kindness that bring us together. Let us remember that every culture, every tradition, and every individual has a unique story to tell. By listening with open hearts and minds, we can build bridges of understanding that span continents. In doing so, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute to a more harmonious world. So let me raise my glass to all of you in a spirit of international acceptance. Cheers to a world where strangers is a friend waiting to be met, and every culture a lesson to be learned. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our Toastmaster Freddie, for sharing with us that common language of kindness, generosity, acceptance, and with open hearts, we are better able to understand each other. Thank you very much. We now call on our number 4 speaker. We have our 4th speaker, Smoothie. And I call on our Toastmaster Tamami to read the details of the speech.
Yes. Tonight, Smriti is going to talk about, excuse me. Tonight, Smriti is going to give her presentation on her Pathway Visionary Communication Level 1. Her project name is Writing a Speech with Purpose, and the time is for 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose is to introduce a new concept, inform the audience, and inspire them to act on it. The title of her speech is Keep It Visible. I'm all excited to hear her speech. Thank you. I'm turning back to Toastmaster of the Day.
Yes, and we now give our big hand to our speaker, Smoothie. Thank you very much.
Keep it visible. Now, let's be very frank, and with a virtual raise of hand, let me know how many of you had this emoticon in your mind when I shared this title with you. Keep it visible. I can see a few nod, raise of hand as well. How about this? Okay. Then this may be. Well, I'm juggling with my right and left. Hold on to your emotions. We'll definitely answer the same. But as we were discussing today about giving you a purpose, I came with a purpose, with an intent to introduce a concept to you, to give you the what, why, and how of the concept. The moment I'm done with the entire speech, you can take a wise call. But before we go down to that boring subject, let me take you all to my memory lane. Now again, let me ask this question and help me understand how many of you were a bit had a nag with food, or you were a very good and decent child during your childhood. You had any problem with eating, or you troubled your mom or dad, anyone while they were feeding you? Give me a raise of hand. Ever trouble your parents when it comes to food? Don't shy away. Come on. Give me a raise of hand. No? No? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, great. I'm no special then. Oh, ask my mom. I was so much troublesome when it's come to food. She literally had to do hell lot of thing to make me feed at least one time a day. It was a journey for her. I don't know, maybe my mom can empathize more with Toastmaster Shilpa, but it was very tough motherhood for her, especially when it comes to food. While the growing time I understand the taste of food, I started developing certain palate for food. I restricted myself to eat white rice with some lentil soup, mashed potato, and a gravy on side. That used to be my staple food for quite number of days. And let me show you how it used to be, though I don't have any evidence for the same. Having said that, this is how bland the plate used to look like. Do you think that you find this attractive? Can you ever eat something like this? Well, I'll not. But mother being mom, she used to try her best. And somehow she managed to develop and decorate in certainly like this way. Hence, I started dwelling and developing a nature of, okay, if the food looks good, then at least I can give it a try and eat something. And gradually, I don't remember how, this turned to this someday. And that's how the regular plate looks like today. But that was a journey all put together. Now, visually appealing thing was something attractive to human mind. During those primitive age, I asked my father why she takes so much pain and what's the difference in serving the same food in a different manner. To which he said, it's important to keep it visible. Like how? How to keep it visible? To which he again replied that, dear, we sell the sizzle, not the steak. I'm like, okay, that sounds interesting, but I don't understand anything. Again, he added to it that what you see is what you get. What is seen is sold well. I don't know how and what exactly he meant, but with growing age, I started understanding the terminology. And I came across a very beautiful and interesting terminology coined for retail industry, which is visual merchandising. Now, visual merchandising is a terminology coined for retail industry, but I have seen its implication, replication, and effects in different phases of life. To give you a fine and minute definition, visual merchandising is done in a store where customer often base or buys their first impression when they see the arrangement. Visual merchandising is a marketing practice that uses the floor plans, the color, the lighting, the display technology, and whatnot. All these elements put together to attract the customer's attention. Ultimately, the purpose is to use this space to generate more sales. Well, an effective visual merchandising can transform a physical or digital environment into an extension of a brand image. That might feels very jargon and very fancy to you. So let me share my screen and help you understand what exactly the aspect of visual merchandising. Please give me a thumbs up the moment you can see something. A nod maybe. Can you see my screen? Okay, thank you so much. These are the efforts which the merchandiser put to ensure that the look and feel of a store is very colorful, at the same time attractive, and catches a lot of attention. Few examples to run through are these. It may be the color coordination or the lighting or the essence of the store, and in everyday life you come across such, isn't it? Give me a thumbs up. Do you really find these things attractive and you just hop onto that store or in that outlet to buy something? So that's what the power of visual merchandising. But visual merchandising is not only restricted to a store or a retail outlet. By profession, I have my knowledge and expertise in sales and at the same time with soft skills training. All blend together, I understood what and how visual merchandising can be used. Now, visual merchandising, when you want to know about a good city, you want to come to a Toastmasters Club to network, it's important to be visibly appealing to people. Visibly appealing is not completely towards well clothing, but also about a well-spoken language, to have an empathy, to have something which will keep you outside or out of the box or keep you outside the crowd. Hence, it is important to ensure that the concept of keep it visible is intact in our mind. As we are discussing a lot about the visual merchandising, let me tell you that visual merchandising is nothing but a silent salesperson, yet a powerful storyteller. In Toastmasters, we know that it's important to deliver a speech whenever we take a path, but how we make it appealing? By using an intriguing title to it, by maybe distancing ourselves from the camera or coming too close to it. Hence, it is important to stand out of the crowd in a very craft or a creative manner. That's visual merchandising from my side to you. Now tonight, when you somehow feel the concept is appealing to you, before you hit that bed today, take some mindful time and understand what are your elements of visual merchandising. And later, try to be amicable, yet somehow reliable, but ensure to keep it visible. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much for giving us a very creative presentation and enticing our appetite in visual merchandising. Thank you for that beautiful presentation. We are now ready to move on to our table topics. Our table topics for this evening is none other than our famous Toastmaster Kim Lo.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Phoebe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Phoebe, would you like to, maybe close the presentation? So, yeah. So thank you very much, Toastmaster of the evening, Phoebe. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all Toastmasters from across the world, especially our friends from Bengaluru. Yeah. And please, I'm honored to be a Toastmaster, table topic master today. And in conjunctions with Mother's Day just passed about a couple of weeks ago, I always like to regard the month of May as a Mother's Month. So my today's table topics will be in honor of all mothers, grandmothers, aunties, mothers-in-laws around the world. I've got 6 topics here about it would be pertaining to mothers. So who would like to take the first topic? Well, Shepherds. Maura, thank you very much, Maura, for volunteering. So Maura, I've got 6 questions here. Which question? Give me a number that you would like.
2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
So Maura, this is question number 2 for you. Your favorite childhood memory with your mom. A favorite childhood memory with your mom. Over to you,
Madam Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, happy mothers and children. My best memory is when I was going to bed. My mother has beautiful child books that she read all night to us. She read us about Cinderella, Snow White, all the child books. And you know what I love about her? That sometimes she was working very hard. She was really very tired, and I was watching her. Mom, don't sleep. Come on, continue. My mother continued, and she was trying to follow all the passion in the story. I really love to see her when I was like watching my mom, and her little face reading to me. And I think that has very good memories because every day she was giving not only the stories to me, but also to my little sisters. And my mother used to give different books to every of us, totally different. Sometimes if you are not falling asleep, you will listen my sister's stories. And what is memorable because I can see how much the effort of my mother to read every day a new story. And she's excellent. And I remember, Mom, when she visited me, I remember when you read our stories and when she was in my place, I was kidding and say, Mom, are you going to read a story for me? And Mom said, no, we just have a chat, But it was beautiful because I can see the love, the time, the effort that a mother do for a child. Imagine, we were 5. Mom need to read to 5 people different books. And then she was kind of sleeping. And I was saying, Mom, don't sleep. Wake up. My mom, oh yes. And she continues, the passion of the stories and the love as a mother. She was very patient. Because sometimes I say, Mom, I don't understand this word. And Mom is still, oh, yes, let me explain. Why is beautiful? Because it's the networking between mother and child. And I wish everybody has this beautiful network.
Thank you very much, Moro. And I absolutely agree with you. Mom is always unique, and the sacrifices, they offer to their child. And you are very lucky, lady, to have your mom reading to you often. Yeah. So thank you very much, Mora, for the lovely sharing. And who would like to go on? Who would like to take on the second table topics? Anybody else? I'd like to call. Maybe I'd like to call somebody from.
Postmaster Bala is raising her hand.
Okay. Yes, Bala. So Bala, which we got question 1 to 6. Moro has picked the second. Which one would you like to take?
So I can go for number 5, if that's
Number
available.
5, okay. Okay, this is interesting. Your mom's favorite recipe or thing passed down. Sorry, hang a minute. Let me just go back to, yeah. Your mother's favorite recipe or things passed down to you. Your mother's favorite recipe or things passed down to you. Over to you.
My mom is a great cook. Whatever she makes is wonderful. I used to love whatever she makes. But that age in me where I went into the teenage or adolescence, that day, I used to get a bit irritated with my mom because she used to feed me. If I had to have 2 breads, she'll give me 3 breads. If I have to have 4 kind of bites, she'll give me 5 bites of those things which I really loved, but I was feeling she was overfeeding me. I thought I was getting fat. But then suddenly the time came when I have to depart from her. No, she is still there, but I had to depart from her and go to an engineering college. And trust me, that food, when I ate, I really cried because the food was not even worth for just sitting down to eat for networking. Forget everything else. I cried. I felt so bad that I was not good and kind to my mother. I went to a booth
and called her. Those days, there were no mobile phones. You have to go to a public place and call. I called her and she picked up the call and I said, Mom, I'm really sorry. You are a great cook. There was a pause. And then she said, You idiot! You stupid! Can't you call late in the night? You are wasting money by calling at this time at 7 p.m. Can't you call after 8 or 8:30? Because the charges are low at that time. And I was like, Mom, but I wanted, just keep the phone down. P, P, P. That's what I heard after that. Nothing else. But that's my mom and a great cook. I don't want to share any recipe. Whatever she makes is a wonderful recipe. Thank you, and back to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you very much, Bella. That sounds like my mom too. She's always like, don't waste money calling from Australia, right? Yeah. Thank you very much for that. Funny stories. Yeah, and it's a special moment. I mean, all moms cooking. I mean, that's what I miss most about my moms. Okay, who would like to take on one more? How about some Shilpa, you being a new mom, would you like to take on one of the topics? Or anybody else?
I'm so sorry, I can't take it right now. I'm feeding my baby.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Anybody?
I can take it if there's no one else. Some Faraz here.
Okay, Fahaz. Oh, thank you very much, Fahaz. Okay, Fahaz. Can I just choose one for you then? Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
this will be perfect for you. Yeah. Funniest moment with your mother. Funniest moment with your mother.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster. I have so many funny moments with my mom, but I'll tell you something. My mom was a tough lady and she had a lot of rules. One of the rules when I was in school was curfew time, 8 p.m. I had to get home before 8 p.m. And needless to say, I didn't get home by 8 p.m. on some of the days. She was okay with that. But one day I got home at 8:30 and she was really annoyed. She locked the door and I can hear her yelling from inside the house, go home, sleep, go somewhere and sleep somewhere else. This is not your home anymore. And here I am, all nicely dressed up outside the house, trying to get in, and my mom yelling at me. All my neighbors look at me and say, hey, Faz, what's happening? What's up? And I'm trying to act cool. And eventually, my mom's mom, meaning her boss, quietly opens the door and sneaks me into the house. And I am forever grateful to my grandmom. And I snuck into the house and went straight into my room. And I stayed there for about 1 hour, lying low, literally. After about an hour, when I got out, she asked me, how the hell did you get inside the house? And immediately I had no option but to rat out on my grandmother. I said, she let me in. That day, I think I created a huge rift between my mom and my grandmother. And next day, I actually got breakfast. So I think everything was sorted out. And to this day, I really am thankful to both of them. First of all, for my mom for putting things right and telling me when rules are there, you need to follow them. And for my grandmother to show that despite whatever the rules, a little bit of compassion can go a long way. And though it was one of those occasions, I still can recall it with a lot of fond memories. Sadly, both of them are not with me, but hey, that's what we are. Thank you so much for bringing back these great memories.
You know, that's a beauty to think about memories. Yeah, even though they're not with us today, but there's a lot of fond memories that we have with our mothers and our grandmothers. So I've only got time for one more. Gauri, would you like to take on the next topic?
Sure, if you insist.
Okay. All right.
putting me in the
Okay.
spot.
So this is your topic, Gauri. Here you go. Thank you for volunteering for this. And most valuable lessons learned from your mother. The most valuable lesson learned from your mom. Over to you, Gauri.
Mom, I'm actually a daddy's girl. As per common perceptions, daughters are daddy's girls. But you know, as you grow up, your relationship with your mums change. And that's what's happened with me. Everything that she used to say to me as a child, I used to rebel it in terms of eat your food on time, change your friends, don't go with that person, that's not a good person, etc., etc., etc. Today, I see myself turning very much into her. So one of the biggest lessons that she told me, which I understood with time and with age, is to walk away when you're disrespected. It could be in terms of your professional life, it could be in terms of your personal life. So I started my career in the corporates, and I used to come back howling and weeping and hysterical because that's not what I could do in the office. So all the venting used to come back, happen at home. And I used to tell her that this one was mean to me, and they took my work, they snatched my work, I wasn't given credit. And she would say that, are you enjoying it? And I used to avoid that question because I knew the follow-up would be just leave. Whereas the discussion with my dad, he would give me a solution, work around it this way, work around it that way. But today, I really feel that my mom's advice, contrary to maybe many opinions, I think I would go with my mom's advice. If I'm not respected in a certain place, it's better to walk away. And I think that lesson made me change my careers. I'm a chartered accountant by qualification, and now an image consultant and soft skills trainer, where I work according to my rules and my timings. So that's been one learning which I've really taken from her. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Gauri. I mean, that is a valuable lesson, to walk away when you're disrespected, right? And it's great that you could walk away and make a different choice, and you to make it who you are today and be able to enjoy what you're doing. Okay, that's all from me. So I would like to hand it back to Phoebe, Toastmaster of the evening. Over to you, Phoebe.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kim, for motivating our Toastmasters to deliver their speeches with all enthusiasm and excitement. It seems like it's so sentimental as we think about our mothers, our grandmothers, during this month of Mother's Day celebration. Thank you for sharing your experiences. It really touches the heart. We now move on to the final segment of our Toastmasters meeting. As you can see, we have the first session, that's prepared speeches. Second, our table topics. And now the third segment is the final segment, which is the heart of the Toastmasters, is our evaluation. And it is my pleasure to introduce to everyone our Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Gauri, as our general evaluator. Take it away, our Toastmaster Gauri Agarwal.
Yes, I would just like to correct you. I'm not a distinguished Toastmaster.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to call the evaluator for the first speaker, Toastmaster Lakshmi Sujata. She would be evaluating Toastmaster Andy. Toastmaster Lakshmi.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Gauri. Can I have my, yes, speaker is here, Toastmaster Andy. Thank you so much for inspiring me and giving me that push today to start exercising from tomorrow. It's pretty late in the night, otherwise I would have started my exercise routine today itself. I really needed that. And that's something that I got from your speech today. Thank you so much. Today, I'm going to be focusing more on how you used your PPT or your presentation to support your speech rather than looking at your speech content itself, because that is the objective of your project today. So keeping this in mind, I have noted down a few points which worked very well. Let me share that with you. One, I love the way that your PPT was filled with, or rather, it had a correct balance of pictures and words. Because when there are more pictures, it really captures the attention of your audience, because visual is what, most of us are visual learners. So that, a big kudos to you. The second one that I really liked is how you put the data in, you mentioned the source of the data at the end. The link that you had copied from WHO website. So giving credit to your source data is also very crucial. Coming to a few areas of improvement. Number one, very important. I saw that in 2 slides of yours. One was in that slide where you were you told us that you would be talking only about aerobics and the muscle strength, and the slide that came very after that, which is about the soul. If you could put in an animation there, wherein each picture comes one at a time, you click and you have an animation popping, click and you have another box coming in. That way, what would happen is, you will have the attention of your speaker to what you're talking about. So when you have the entire picture on screen, we are trying to read what all is there rather than paying attention to what you're speaking. So try to incorporate an animation, use an animation feature where you can, on the click, you have certain things popping up. The second thing that I would like to add here is probably have a title for each slide so that the audience, they know what is the main content about this slide, right? We get an overall picture. So having a small title would help. Another thing that I would like to mention here is, you remember you had a slide which had why. And then you went on to speak about, is it about losing weight, gaining muscle, or is it about something else? Probably in such scenarios, when you have such content, you may probably want to have a slide which talks about, has pictures popping out about losing weight or the gaining muscles part of it. And one very important point that I would like to say is your overall theme of the PPT. Try to keep it in line with your topic. Your topic was about fitness. So it would have been good to see at least your cover page with some fitness pictures. Overall, I must say your speech was very inspirational and informative, and I'm surely going to start exercising from tomorrow, and good use of PPT. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi, for a comprehensive evaluation. Toastmaster Andy, so nothing to add to the presentation part of the evaluation. Toastmaster Lakshmi has covered everything that I could think of. You had a technical glitch, but you came back with a bang. And I like that you started with exercising. Why? I related to that so much. Why exercising? Then you talk about how can somebody enjoy the sweat. But you also sold me the idea of exercising by saying it's a holistic experience. So like Toastmaster Lakshmi, I'm thinking about it very seriously now. And evaluator number 2 is DTM Faraz Farooq. He would be evaluating speaker number 2, Toastmaster Shilpa.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Dear friends, good evening to you from a rainy and windy Sri Lanka. And I must say, Toastmaster Shilpa really took me on an amazing journey of me digging deep into myself to see what lies in there and what I could bring out. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shilpa, for doing this in an icebreaker. And how did she do it? I just loved how she started with this question. Can I sing? And obviously, I don't really know Toastmaster Shilpa, so I wouldn't know the answer. But by just looking at her, it looks like she can sing. But then she goes and says, no, 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 I can't sing. And that was an amazing start to what went on to be a great speech for self-discovery. So thank you so much for that, bringing it out. And then immediately told me why I should be listening to her speech for the next 5 to 7 minutes. Deep inside, I wanted to. And I was also thinking, hey, deep inside, I too want to do this, and this. So that was an amazing thing to do. Thank you so much. Then the other strength, this is an icebreaker, and she introduces herself. She said, who is Shilpa? And this is a lady who rides bikes, who loves solo traveling. She does soft skills training. She's got a little dog called Rowdy, and she's got a baby. That's information for me to get to know Toastmaster Shilpa, and that's the objective of an icebreaker. So thank you so much for bringing that in. And though she says she can't sing, I think she's a great poet, because she can write in poetic style. She said, immense joy, immense challenge. And at the end, she says, this is the time, this is the time. And that was words, but she also had amazing vocal variety. So many things, always connect, and there were pauses thrown in. That is the hallmark of a great speaker. Now, Toastmaster Shilpa, a few things that I would like you to consider. And as you can see, I'm just dancing around this stage without a background. And that's because I wanted to pass a small message to you. Try to do your speech standing up and without the background, because that way you can really see the speaker speaking. So think about that. You can use the stage better. You can use the screen better. Number two, the child. I wanted to visualize that child. I wanted to see myself visually holding on to that child. Just appeared and then disappeared. And then the real crucial part is, at best, the child played a neutral role. And at worst, it actually played the role of a villain. It deprived you of doing things that you wanted to do. But I want to see the child as the hero of the speech, the one because of whom you went and did all of what you did after that. Think of how you can convert the speech, because in that, truly, I will find inspiration. In summary, great use of questioning and rhetoric and introducing yourself. Think about who the hero of the speech is, and think about using the stage, madam. And I'm telling you, you're going to run through your second part very quick. Thank you so much. And back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, sir. The thought of diapers, Toastmaster Gihan, please do not count that. Toastmaster Shilpa, an icebreaker speech. I've never heard somebody talking about themselves in such a way. I mean, we all do talk about ourselves, but the way you started, the way you ended, everything was just so lovely about your icebreaker speech. I wish you all the best for the path that you've chosen. Our evaluator, DTM Farhaz, feelings communicated so beautifully in an evaluation. You made the effort to stand up. You emoted so well. Your praise sounded genuine. Your recommendations, I'm sure Toastmaster Shilpa is going to take them. Opening, closing, delivery, you covered it all. Thank you. And can we have a round of applause for the speaker and the evaluator? Our evaluator number 3 is Toastmaster Bindu Joseph, and she would be evaluating Toastmaster Freddie.
Thank you, Madam Evaluator. First of all, Freddie, what I really want to commend you on is the topic that you chose. It is so well attuned to our theme today. It's so well attuned to the basic theme of your club as well, world travel, and the message you threaded throughout your speech. It's about the responsibility we have towards understanding other cultures, accepting the kindness that it's open, it's out there once we are just open ourselves to accept it. And finally, the benefit to us in terms of beautiful memories and new friends. Now, my suggestions today is all about how this message can maybe just connect with your audience a little better. And my first recommendation, or rather it is the most important recommendation, is maybe speech condensation. Make your speech a little more visual and a less readable. Okay, let me explain this. The fact is that, if you have less words, maybe cut out a little bit of the informational sentences and concentrate on the dialogue as well as descriptive sentences. You have an opportunity to connect with your audience because you are reliving experiences. And the best way to get a message to us is to show those experiences. That can be brought out if, in addition to reducing the script, you have the opportunity for pauses. Now, pauses will allow you two things. One is definitely it'll give you more confidence because it'll allow you to catch your breath, and it will give us an opportunity to also be able to, connect from one story to another, disconnect from one, connect to another. And that way we can absorb more of your experiences as well as your message. Now, the third thing is I would advise, which I advise for almost every speech, is the key enhancer, passion. You have stories that you have experienced, and the best way to bring vocal variety or natural hand gestures, relive those experiences. It just takes a fraction of a second to see it in your mind's eye. And then those expressions, what you felt when you had that food that you couldn't, digest at first, it will all come naturally in your expressions. That will come with time. And again, if you have left script, it gives you that moment to reflect. My last message to you is the clinchers, the beginning and the end. The beginning, the title, try to keep it simple. The advantage of a simple title, a sweet title, or a quirky title is that it is the ideal opportunity for you to connect. And the same applies with its ending. Let it be personal, let it be simple, and preferably a single sentence. Back to you, Madam Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bindu Joseph, for the evaluation. I'd like to applaud you on your tonal quality. Your recommendations, when you're giving recommendations, you're so soft. You sound like a squishy ball and not a cork ball. So the speaker kind of, doesn't feel the hit. I hope so. Toastmaster Freddie, I agree with Toastmaster Bindu's evaluations, but you have a beautiful knack for wordplay. There was a portion of humor where you spoke about the stinky tofu and the sauces. It was a very lovely section, but if you could have just made those stinky faces and used some body language and vocal variety, it would have been the cherry on the cake. All the best. Can we have a round of applause for our speaker and our evaluator? Okay, our evaluator number 4 is Toastmaster Tamami Nagayama, and she's going to be evaluating Toastmaster Smriti.
Toastmaster Smriti, thank you very much for your speech. What you see is what you get. You really hit the nail on giving your speech with your purpose and expressing your purpose statement and to meet your goal. First of all, I think you seem reserved and calm, but once you are on the stage, you were really confident, and I really liked your smile when you started out your speech. And the second strength was your content. It was really well organized. And also the technique you had with sharing your screen, not yourself and screen on your left side, but you had it on your back. That was really good in seeing yourself and also the screen you want to share. I think that technique really helped giving the keep it visible purpose. And also, you started with your childhood experience for food, how the visibility part is important for tasting food. And then you went on speaking about talking about visible merchandising. And in two of the stories you had, it connected with the audience. And I was thinking as I listened to your speech about food, because with Japanese food, we also put importance on what plate we put on food. Not only the colors of the food, but also which plate we put on food. We Japanese put importance on that too. So we really put importance on visualization. And also with the visual merchandising, I was imagining about we have how when I go to the grocery store, the stores which displays their food that great looks more if they put importance on how they display their food, the people that will make people want to buy more. So I think visible merchandising really means a lot. Also, it means a lot on commercializing too. So as you go along the story, you really well connected with the audience. And third part, I really liked the question part you had in the openings. You waited for the people to answer. Usually, the speaker wouldn't wait that much and just go on to the next part, but you waited until someone answered. And I think that was really good. So overall, I really loved your strength of the speech that I pointed out. And if I were to say one adjustment, I wanted, because your question technique was really good, if you add one more question to the middle part of your speech, I think that will enhance a lot more when you were talking about visual merchandising. Thank you very much. That's all from me.
Thank you
so much,
Dr. Tamami, for that evaluation. And I completely second what you said. The style of display matters. And if Toastmaster Smriti adds a question in the middle, it will give a more structure. Toastmaster Smriti, a very common way of starting a speech, open with a question. But your way of asking the questions was incredible, something which has been a first timer for me. You had everyone engrossed. People were smiling and were wanting to answer. Generally, the speaker struggles with, getting responses, and you very easily sailed through that. One recommendation from my side, I just felt that the introduction got a little too long. Although it was very interesting because you were going to talk about an intellectual and a serious topic about visual merchandising, but still the intro got a little longer. I'm not sure if you've crossed the time, but if you could shorten it a little bit. Thank you. Can we have a big round of applause for speaker number 4 and evaluator number 4? I will now request the tag team to come up and share their reports, please. We will start with the grammarian, and that is DTM Joseph.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Very interesting, very difficult to listen for the full pause in the English language when many of you, English is your second, third, fourth, fifth language. But I appreciate we did a really good job today. Phoebe, I just caught one ah. Very well, just one ah. Let's see here. Mora, word a day times 2. I got 2 words a day. Tamami, but you kept saying plate on food, plate on food. But in the English language, it's food on plate, food on the plate. So just a little bit backwards. We understood the reasoning there, but that's what we got. Gary, we got one so, one and then he went my rules, my timings from your mother. It should be my rules, my time, or on my time, something like that. rather than timings. For Oz, to Oz, and I love that baby violin. I want to hear more about the baby violin. This would be pretty good. Sourav, one you know, one ah. Lakshmi, so that. He threw a so in there a little bit. Andy, we had a so and a C, but also heard a word of the day, which is really well. Shilpa, you know, and a couple so's, and you threw a like in there. And Freddie, I heard a so also. So we did a good job. We networked. We did not use the word of the day very often. It's my fault because I didn't really bring it up at the beginning of my introduction. But with that being said, we did pretty darn good. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
I have to applaud you for your listening skills. I thought I was keeping a count of so's and you know, but you've got more than me for sure. So moving on to the next person from the tag team as to come up with their report, and that's going to be the founder, Toastmaster Gihan.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. I hope you can see the screen.
Yes, we can.
Yes. Then there were a few role players and speakers who I couldn't hear any unnecessary, inappropriate interjection or unnecessary sounds. And other than that, there were few such filler words and repetitive words, inappropriate interjections, such kind of words I could hear. And I hope we can improve with upcoming meetings. Then this is the report regarding the counter. Then back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gihan, for your exhaustive report as an counter. Next, we have the timers report. May I request Toastmaster Ada to please share your timers report.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Here my report about the time. We start on time, and for the presentation of the role of the grammarian, Joseph did 1 minute, 5 seconds. Gian for the counter, 41 seconds, and the timer, 40 seconds. For the city tools, our Toastmaster Sourav did 15 minutes, 8 seconds. For the presentation of the evaluation 1, for the detail of the speech, the first evaluator did 1 minute, 27 seconds. The speaker 1, Andy, did 8 minutes, 35 seconds. The evaluator 2, Faraz, did 1 minute for the presentation of the detail. Shilpa did for icebreaker 5 minutes, 46 seconds. The speaker 3, Freddy, did 7 minutes, 31 seconds. The speaker 4, Smarty, did 7 minutes, 41 seconds. For the evaluation, for the table topic, Mora did 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Bala, 2 minutes, 26 seconds. Faraz, 2 minutes, 12 seconds. Gori, 1 minute, 59 seconds. For the evaluation, the first evaluator, Sujata, did 3 minutes, 33 seconds. The second evaluator, Faraz, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And the third evaluator, Bindu, 3 minutes, 12 seconds. The fourth evaluator, Tamami, 3 minutes, 39 seconds. About the report of the grammarian, Joseph did 1 minute, 33 seconds. Gian, 46 seconds. And I have to do my report. And about the using of the time, we are running time over because now it is 11:52 minutes, and we're supposed to finish at 11:50 minutes. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Okay, since we are overcrossing on the time, actually, this is a moment of sadistic pleasure for me to give the general evaluation of the whole meeting, but I'm going to make it very, very quick. Starting with the Sergeant at Arms, great energy, great start, but we were a little late by a minute and 30 seconds. However, the video introducing us to your club was very refreshing and very, very helpful to know you better. I want to commend the club on your energy. It was like that of a child on a jumping jack. President, Mr. DTM Joseph Skoda, T-Mod, DTM Phebe Pendon, you guys are so good with humor and energy. It just had us smile from cheek to cheek, from ear to ear. I'm sorry, the grammarian is making nervous and I'm losing my words. Okay. Now, like I said, I like the humor which was spread all through the meeting. The city tour, the presentation was very captivating. Being an Indian and having gone to Bangalore a couple of times, I've made a list of the places that I'm going to visit, and it's going to be Church Street for Uta. Now, for some of you who did not observe a minor detail that DTM Sourav Dutta added was in the way Bengaluru was written. So it was an amalgamation of the English alphabets as well as that of Kannada alphabets. It's a regional language of India. So he had very nicely mixed the two up. The music, of course, added an interest to the travel, and it had us grooving. I saw some of us shaking and moving a little bit. I would like to here mention DTM Feroz specifically because of the first sentence which he said when he came on camera. I had to skip a party on the beach. Wow, so inspirational, and again, such a nice way of easing both the clubs into each other. DTM Joseph, your sense of humor should come with a warning label. It may cause uncontrollable laughter and random fits of giggle. So if laughter is the best medicine, then World Travelers Toastmaster Club is the pharmacy. Okay, I'm trying my best to add my bit of humor, definitely not matching you guys up there. I mentioned about the speakers and the evaluators as we went. So very quickly talking about the timer, the report, I would have liked you to maybe share your report in the chat and just talk about the members who exceeded the time, because it became very lengthy and we kind of even lost track of each other's timing. Grammarian, if you could have also mentioned some of the good usages that happened, that took place in the meeting, that would have been very interesting. Table topic section, interesting, nostalgic, emotional, touchy for all of us, mother. So definitely you had us hooked out there. Now, let me tell you a secret. Since I'm almost closing, I'm done. I'm disastrous as a table topic speaker. And I was so scared that what am I going to do? I'm here as a general evaluator, but I think I was still bad, but at least I could speak. So I now know that I can function under pressure. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad to be a part of this meeting. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Gauri, for giving us a comprehensive evaluation with great insights and inspiration. Thank you for recognizing our club, the World Travelers Club, as the pharmacy of laughter. Say, everybody.
One more thing. When you started talking, I must mention, I also like the way you've come with your hats ready to travel.
Yes, I have various hats. And yeah, thank you so much. And as I've said, then we have to keep up with the expectations that we are the pharmacy of laughter. Thank you for that, TM Gauri. May we have our photo taken before our closing we will have our closing with Toastmasters smoothie this evening. Everyone, may we request your beautiful faces to be out there. Just look at TM Maura. She's ready for the picture taking. Yes. Everyone, please. Lakshmi, Sudama. There you go, everyone. Okay, may we take that photo now? Sanjay. Okay, your best smile, please. Ready. Okay. Your best conditions. All right. May we have our Toastmaster smoothie to give our closing remarks.
Thank you
From
so
the
much,
Gabbys.
Toastmaster. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Phoebe. I second to everything Toastmaster Gauri said. I was writing my script to add the humorous part in the closing, but let me not drag it further. I seconded that what an enthu we started with. So thank you so much for this collaboration. We had a great time, both with respect to entertainment at the same time learning. Thank you bringing this combination to this meeting. Though in Toastmasters, we always come together to uplift each other, to support each other. So we thought to share a couple of minute milestones and achievements of Gabby's to you as well. Starting with the very first news, we are really happy that the Gabby's, two members of Gabby's are representing in the District 92 contest. So we would really welcome you that let's come together to cheer Toastmaster Preeti and distinguished Toastmaster Saurav, who are taking the stage on the district level this 26th, which is tomorrow. Toastmaster Preeti will impress us with her quick wit in the table topic contest, and distinguished Toastmaster Saurav will inspire us in the international speech contest. We are proud of them, and we'll see that someone will definitely bring the trophy back home. The second being the Gabbys has been recognized just this morning as with the award of the Growth Champion Award of District B, Division B District 92 of the financial year 23-24. And the bigger ones come here that our website is officially is the best website of Toastmaster District 92. I'm sharing all this achievement because I thought that you can share your happiness, your achievements with your family, with Toastmasters family. So I'm sharing the link here of our website and request you to please visit it, share your inputs, let us know your comments about the same. And once again, thank you each and every one for your contribution in this meeting and making us feel so warm, so welcoming to this new world. Thank you so much. On that note, I would give the backstage to Toastmaster Phoebe.
You will bang the gavel to close our meeting. As
Okay.
president.
Okay. On that note, I officially order to close this meeting. Wish you all a good night, evening, or day ahead, people who are here in my part of the world. Have a great day
Thank you
ahead.
so
Thank you so
much.
much.
We
Have a good
feel
one.
like not letting
Thank you all
each
for
other go.
joining us.
Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.
Thank you all for joining us. World Travelers, hang out for a bit.
Wait, world travelers, please stay for a while. We are going to have an election for next week on the 1st July. So please stay. Thank you very much, Gabby.
I vote for Silpa. Yeah. I vote for Gary. Thank you guys for joining us.
Okay, so this is only for world travelers. Sorry, cannot see all of you because my eyes is really little bit pain. So just want to let you know that 1st June we are going to have an election. By if anyone want to come and take the volunteer to be take the XCOM role, please let me know or Joseph know. We will put your name. And few people that actually don't want to be in the EXCO already told me, so I will remove their name. And what else? On the 1st of July, please join us And to make sure that we have the, what is the name? Sorry,
1st of
my
June or 1st of July?
1st June.
1st of July.
June. Next week. Because June we are waiting for Richard to give us the confirmation when he can install us. And on the 22nd of June, please take note that we are going to have a Michael Notaro first time in Asia in our club. So if you want to take roles or anything, please tell your friends everything. Is on the 22nd June. I'm not sure when we are going to have our installation, but it's